This is your last chance. After this, there is no turning back. You take the blue pill, the story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. Remember, all I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
And that was for sure a lie that many people believed. Many young men have believed. The red pill community is currently crumbling. And this is no surprise. Like I saw from the sidelines, because like at the time I wasn't even making videos like this. I saw it rise, and I knew it was going to fall, because they said, admittedly, I can say there were some things that were said that I can agree with, and those things were the conversation centered around the fact that they were even talking about this in the red pill community to begin with, says that they were on the right track. But the conversation centered around like the give and take in relationships. It's like, yeah, like that's legit. Like there's always like a give and take. The only difference is from any kind of other give and take situation in this relationship with you and your woman, or whatever you identify as and whoever you decide to be with. There's love. Like you want to do for this person and you also want to do for yourself. That's a given. That's probably the only thing I could say I can agree with from the red pill community. Now I did not, and I honestly, I didn't want to go back and watch some of their clips. I did find, I did find a few clips from other YouTubers, admittedly, because I thought about it and I didn't want to. I didn't want to like have to detox my brain from the bleh. Anyway, yeah, the red pill community had a huge flaw that I noticed, and honestly, at the time when I saw it rising, it's about the storm. At the time when I saw it rising, was about, I guess it was about 2-3 years ago. I thought to myself, I should hop on this bandwagon, because immediately after, honestly, when it comes to Fresh and Fit, I literally only seen 2 of their videos. I only seen 2 of their videos. The first video, I'm like, okay, cool, I can agree with this. Blah blah blah. I can agree with that. I'm like, okay, this is also true because I've witnessed this and experienced some of these things myself. And then in one of the videos, I'm like, something about this isn't right. Seems like it's very one-sided, almost as though no one can. Well, at least the women what's his face was talking about. I think he's Fit, whatever his name is. It seems very one-sided, like as though the women were having their responses and the rebuttals to a conversation that was a trap. Like he knew that these women that he brought on fit a certain criteria of woman, because there's a criteria. There's level to this stuff when it comes to how what makes a woman, what makes a man, and not many people fit in the same box. But it's one thing I noticed for sure is that a lot of the women that he brought on all came from the same, I guess, the genre of woman, and it's kind of like lure them into a trap. It's like he's using the fact that yes, there are women out here with these things. Like for example, in this video in particular, it's about, because this is the one even Kevin said we was talking about. In this video, he was having a debate with some women in his round table about how women are wanting, all of them are wanting the high quality man. And if you ask me, because even at the time I was in a relationship and she and I both were watching this video, and she and I both agreed that if she wants that, that's her choice. Like, who are you to tell her that she can't have that? Yeah, she honestly in her personal life may not have all her stuff together, but who are you to tell her? Like, why are you going out of your way to tell her this? What are you gaining from telling her that she does not deserve what she's wanting? Granted, like, the thing is, it's like now I'm thinking back to it, it's like back then when I saw the video, I was like, bro, what? I mean, you're not wrong. However, you're also not right. And that you're not wrong, because granted, yes, there are men are looking for particular things, and some of those things, notice I say some of those things that men are looking for, that she probably don't fit the criteria of what men are looking for. Where there's a high quality man, low quality man, whatever the quality man, this woman, middle-aged woman with kids, is not what they're looking for. And that's okay. Everyone has their preference. However, that doesn't mean that she can't want that herself. There are still other men out here who are probably looking for her. You can't deny that. That's just a fact about life. There's literally someone for everyone. And we see that on a day-to-day basis where, for example, the most common one is the really beautiful woman with the not so good looking guy. There's someone out here for everyone. You can't just be out here telling people like, oh no, you can't get that. Now, oh my God. Now to like talk about that a little bit more before I move on. If anyone wants something that is beyond what they are currently being, because I'm gonna do some plugging here, then it's all a matter of like changing the story that you're telling yourself. And I'm not going to talk about that too much because that's not what this video is about. This video is about why the red pill community failed. Besides the obvious reasons as to why it failed, being the crazy and outrageous that they were saying, there was something that was going on within the community that I noticed. There was an imbalance of energies. Because how are you going to talk about red pilling someone when you're not talking about what it truly means to red pill someone? When Neo was taking that pill, he was being open to the truth, not a one-sided fallacy. So it's like, in this spectrum, in life, there are multiple energies that can be summed up. Put my arm on my armrest. That can be summed up with just this: the yin and the yang. So the yin and yang are two interdependent, complementary forces that act without cessation in this universe. Now, on this spectrum of masculine and feminine, I'm using my camera to the best of to the extent of where I can go. So, fun fact: the left side of your body is connected to the right side of your brain, and the right side of your body is connected to the left side of your brain. So in this analogy, my left side, this side is going to be the masculine, because it's connected to the right side of your brain. No, wait, did I do that right? I did that wrong. So this side is going to be the masculine, because it's connected to the masculine side of the brain, which I didn't specify that. The left side of the brain is the masculine, it's the logic, it's the structure, it's the step-by-step process of how you do your routine. Right side connected to the left. And the left side, for all of our fellow left-handed here, the left side of your body, the left hand is connected to the right side of your brain. That is the feminine side of the brain. The fluidity, the creativity, the spontaneity of just like being human. So you have your two sides on this spectrum. You have the feminine side and the masculine side. Now, each of my hands are the extremes. You have the extreme hyper-masculine red pill, and then you have the extreme feminist, and we all have some of us have experienced our share of extreme feminism or extreme feminine energy at one point or another. Now, what the red pill community is the extreme masculine side. Now, what that could be illustrated as let's say, okay, now we have the yin yang circles. It's just that this one is just completely white or black, whichever one I decided to do, because I'm going to have to reverse this. And this one is completely white or black. It's completely one color, and they're actively suppressing the complementary energy that they need to maintain balance. The balance one is right here in the middle. That's what you want to be. That's what being red pilled actually is, having a balance of your masculine and feminine energies. But what the red pill community is doing is having you suppress that feminine energy, which creates an unstable person. just like over here. It's going to create unstable people to where it's like they don't know how to deal with their emotions, or they don't know how to make decisions for themselves. It's like creating so much more problems than it needs to be. Like, we already have a lot of problems with, especially if you live in America. Like, the fact that this community came and it crumbled is a good thing, because in that chaos that it created, it couldn't even stand on its own 2 feet. Now, if the red pill community were actually about being red pill, then it will still be standing, and probably even being more. Like, Fresh and Fit would still have a YouTube channel, just to simply put it. And there wouldn't be a whole, like, I learned the other day that there's a government funded, like, watch list of red pill channels, which is a crazy thing. Like, come on now. Like, for real, a government funded program to silence this community. You got to think about how much influence you are having to have the creation of a government funded program to, like, not allow you to do the things that you're doing. And that, honestly, is essentially why the red pill community failed. They were not actually doing many people a true service. Like, you guys, any of you who would probably think you benefited from it, you may have gained some money, you may have, like, made some progress in your life, but the simple fact that you weren't being taught by these people how to, like, actually manage your emotions, you were actually done a great disservice. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how much money you have, if you aren't able to manage yourself, to master yourself, then what's the point? What's the point of any of all of the things that you're doing? And, like, what's the point of paying these people to do these, like, for mentoring and all that stuff, if they actually aren't going to red pill you like they say they are? And that's, again, I would say the most annoying thing about it. Like, you actually are not red pilling anyone. You're just selling them on, like, this is how it's supposed to be. And it's like you're taking advantage of hurt men, taking advantage of inexperienced men. And some of them are, like, so inexperienced in their experience thus far that they probably aren't even able to be called men yet, because they haven't just matured to that level. Like, they were misleading so many people, which is why I noticed, and also why I'm making this video, which is why I noticed that this is not gonna be lasting long. And I was right. It didn't last long at all. It's still, if it hasn't fully crumbled by this point, it's still falling apart. Like, even Andrew Tate is, from what I hear, is no longer claiming to be part of the Redpill community. And if anything, from how the internet has been portraying it, he's been the face of the Redpill community. And if the proposed face of the Redpill community is no longer claiming to be a part of the Redpill community, then I guess at that point it's already crumbled. That's it. Now, that is truly why it failed. There was no balance. You have to be able to talk about your emotions. You have to be able to manage your emotions. You have to be able to do so many things besides just be a man and make your own money. You have to be human. You have to allow this experience to be in a controlled manner. Because, again, the left side of the brain is the masculine side of the brain, and the right side of the brain is the feminine side of the brain. You need both hemispheres of your brain working without cessation in your experience so that you can truly be your own authenticity, to walk in your truth, whatever that may be. Like, let's say you do want polygamy or you want monogamy, you can have those things. Or let's say if this middle-aged woman with kids wants that six-figure man, she can have that. Like, there's literally nothing saying that she can't, except some guy on a podcast. Being red-pilled isn't any of the things that they were portraying. Being red-pilled is actually being open up to the truth of what it means to be a human being, to be a creator, to essentially, as Neo was portrayed in the Matrix movies, to be a god. It's just that the godhood you attain isn't as theoretical as that. It's more of a full control and mastery of yourself. And now, again, talking about the Matrix movies, the first 3 Matrix movies were essentially about mastering self. Because Neo awakens to the Matrix. He's learning throughout the other movies what it means to be. Because he was the one who was able to transcend those mental limitations, those mental barriers. And those mental barriers being within this structure of the Matrix, the only limitation is the mind. And through him having more and more experiences there, and also like going through the experiences he needs to go through, he was able to achieve something that no one else could. And the trick to it is, everyone here in this experience, including myself and you watching this, we are all Neo. We can have whatever we want, however we want, because that's what it was meant to be. That's what it means to be red pilled, and that's also why the red pill community failed. It was only giving you a picture of what you can have if you followed this. What if I told you that you can have whatever you want? All you gotta do is master yourself. It's as simple as that. Just full mastery of your left and right hemispheres of your brain. Full mastery of the yin yang that is you within this vessel. That's what it truly means to be red pilled. That's what Neo was experiencing in his journey through all of the movies. Because in the 4th one, now I'm just going off on a tangent. In the 4th one, he had to reawaken to who he was. And which honestly, the 4th movie, if you haven't seen it, spoilers, I guess spiritual spoilers or something like that. That movie is about your twin flame / soulmate. Because once he got back with Trinity, he was able to attain, he was able to get back to who he truly was. So if you interested, I say you watch all 4 of those movies. And if you are actually wanting to have that balance within yourself, to master yourself, my links are down below. I can guide you on what that is actually like, because it's so much more than money. Like, what we have within us is so powerful. Once you begin to like just pay attention to your surroundings, you will be able to see that there are so many things put in place to keep you from understanding this. Again, links below. Schedule some time with me. We can talk about this. I can walk you through step by step what that will look like for you, because it's not a cookie cutter thing. Everyone's journey is different. And thanks for watching. Thanks for making it to this point in the video. And I'll see you next time.